This week we jump back into the world of super rare games. I pick up some mouldy cheese and smack a gherkin in the face. I get excited about balloons with shoes and forgotten R-Type rivals, and reclaim that long-lost gaming item, the bendy penis. Hello! Yes, hello, it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames! How are you? Happy Friday. This week has flown by. This year's going to be over any minute. Thank you for tuning in. This is a show for retro games collectors. If you collect video games, then this is where you need to be. I don't have to tell you about the Retro Games website because you hopefully know about it already. But definitely the place to buy stuff, and the reason why I have so much stuff flowing through is because of all you lot selling us our collections, and then we list, sort and price them, and you all get a chance to buy them. What a brilliant job. I'm a very lucky man. Let's get on and show you some stuff. Again, another 16-bit special, all these games for a Commodore Amiga, Atari ST. We will get back to a more mixed bunch, but we've just had a lot of this stuff in. So let's just get on with it. 16-bit special. What we got?
What's on the table?
Hey, nice Jug. Nice Jug. Yes, Jug. Another super rare game you have never heard of. I'm saying it, you've never heard of Jug by Microdeal. We talked a lot about Microdeal last year and the Cuthbert Club and all that. Well, this is Jug, one of their last games. It looks a very, very intimidating logo there. It's very cool, actually. There's very nice symmetry to it, isn't it, that Jug? But it's not a game that it's not really a game title, is it? You played Jug last night. Well, it ought to be a fine thing. Of course, it's a shooter. I do like white box games, but they do tend to go a little bit off, don't they? A little bit yellowy, just slightly. All Microdeal manuals look like this. It's like that looks like it's a utility. And of course, they also use, they've got the disc and everything in there, but they also use any excuse to try and sell you some cables. Come on, plumb and buy our Microdeal cables. Brilliant. But what's it like? What is the super obscure game Jug like to play? Well, one word springs to mind, and that is typical. Kind of a typical space shooter. Well, it's not really a space, it's a maze shooter. Yeah, this flashing block is a teleport. Let's go through there. Yeah, so we're kind of hopping around. Atomic Robo Kid, kind of jumping about, shoot. It's quite annoying that. I moan usually because there's no fire sound, and you get a fire sound and you're like, Death Trap, another super obscure game, this time from our old mates Anko. Anko, you cannot think of anything other than Kickoff, but Anko goes right back to the dawn of 8-bit computing with Anirog. Death Trap, and look at that, it's a beautiful piece of art. We've got a big skull there, big skull on the front. We've got a dragon breathing fire, and what's that? Bats, some massive bats. And there we have some pictures of the game. Oh wow, this looks like a whole new Castlevania style game. Let's have a look inside. We've got a beautiful colour manual, and there is the disc. What is the super obscure 16-bit game Death Trap like to play? Well, the good news is it is not terrible. It's got some pretty decent graphics, that kind of Prince of Persia vibe. There are some interesting graphics for the baddies too, like this guy. It's like a walking gherkin. And when they die, you pick up their life force. How many times have you done that now? Listen to this chest. Not exactly Zelda, is it? That's not the sound of a chest opening you're familiar with. I like this guy, got that Egyptian dog face. I love Egyptian dog face guys. Yeah, let's kill him.
What's on the table?
Another super rare game, Clown-o-Mania. I hate that O. Clown-o-mania. Clown-o-Mania. I don't like double hyphens in the middle of a title. I just think it's hard to understand. It just makes it look like you made up a word.
Half of the words you say are made up.
But anyway, Clown-o-Mania. It's by Starbite. It's another European release. A very obscure 16-bit title. The instructions are in English on the back, so it was a UK release, even though I've never ever seen this back in the day. I don't remember Clown-o-Mania at all. Let's check it out. What's Clown-o-Mania like to play? Now, I do believe there is a good reason not many people bought games made by Starbite. Let's be honest, it just looks shoddy. It's the isometric angle, great. I like isometric games like this, but what? There's not really any scrolling. It jerks between different pages. It collects the different shaped ball. Why is there some pyramids and some balls? I don't know. It's lumpy. I don't like it.
That's exactly how I feel about you.
Now here is a rare game on a familiar label. This is Fire and Brimstone, and it was released on Firebird. And we all know Firebird, it's that classic label that owned by British Telecom back in the day. Well, Fire and Brimstone looks on the back, it looks a bit like a Ghouls and Ghosts style game. Let me just show you. It looks very nice, it's lavish. But I do not ever remember seeing this in the shop, so it's no wonder it is so rare. Fire and Brimstone. Let's just get it out. Microprose, and this middle box being Microprose, that is okay because Microprose was also bought up by British Telecom in the late 80s. And there we go, there is the discs, and there is a very nice glossy manual, very big glossy manual. Wow! But what is Fire and Brimstone like to play? And I'm pleased to say we finally come across a game that makes the Atari ST look pretty decent. You control this Viking. It's got a Ghouls and Ghosts vibe. We cannot ignore that. Yeah, we're in a kind of forbidden dark forest. It's always better when it's night time, isn't it? Who's that guy in the tree? No, it doesn't scroll. It does flick between screens, but every screen seems to bring a new surprise. A new enemy, a new graphical treat. This magician's potatoes keep flying out of the cauldron. Take that! Now this is a lovely little touch. That wizard's now turned into a frog. I've got to avoid the frog. It's that kind of attention to detail that makes this game feel quite special. And quite frankly, the graphics are pretty beautiful. This is what I want the 16-bit game to look like. There's that old world charm, but something foreboding in the background in the darkness. In the end, I guess it's more dizzy than Ghouls and Ghosts, matching objects to situations to get through different stages. But there's always action along the way, and I think it's a pretty decent game. Now you would be forgiven for thinking this is also a Firebird game, but it's not. It's on a label called Red, but it's very much, it looks like a Firebird release, doesn't it? It's on a red label. It's the Viking Child, very rare adventure, click and point adventure game. But yeah, beautiful condition. Viking Child, this is the Atari ST version. Someone's written their shopping list in there. There's the discs, and there is the manual. Is there anything other than the manual? No, just the manual. Viking Child, what's it like? Let's check it out. Well, things start so well. There's a jazzy tune while you hover over the map screen. Unfortunately, nothing prepares you for what the graphics look like. Now, the graphics, okay, they've got a European look about them. But why are they so jerky? What? Look at that scrolling. Now you can see why Fire and Brimstone avoided it. A feeble battle with an angry plant. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Yeah, I mean, oh. Now I thought I would check another version just in case the ST version was the problem. And this is the PC version. It's a lot smoother, but the same graphics. Different tune though. I know what you're thinking, that's a third Firebird game. No, it's not. Firebird led the way and then everyone else copied it. It's this blue glossy surround. It just looks like a Firebird release. Sleeping Gods Lie, quite obscure game on the Empire label. Very similar to that Viking Child, really. Let's just check it out inside. Of course, it has a poster. We do love a poster. Very small poster. No, bigger now. Sleeping Gods Lie. Sleeping Dogs is what, you know, phonetically, but you know, traditionally it's Sleeping Dog. It's clever, isn't it? Aren't they clever boys? Anyway, and there we have the glossy manual, and there we have the discs. Let's stop doing this. Let's check out Sleeping Gods Lie. Wake up, Jason. Now I have to admit, I didn't remember this game, and this is not what I expected. Does it remind you of anything? Think now. What does it look like? That's a tree. That is a tree. I am armed with pebbles. I'm going to shoot them with the pebbles. Yeah. Now, doesn't this remind you of an absolute classic coin-op? Yeah, it's like Battlezone, isn't it? Now I'm heading for the bandit's house. Yes, I want to go in. Yes, I want. Yeah, I'm in and out. Not much furniture in here. Back then we didn't get much furniture in games. A couple of things on the floor. Oh, we picked up a loaf of bread. We picked up some cheese, mouldy cheese, beautiful. But we also picked up some lead shot. Brilliant. Right, this is going to help me when I'm shooting outside. If I can manage to get outside. Okay, full attack mode now. Right, with my shot. Yes, yes! I blew him up. Now it definitely feels like Battlezone, doesn't it? It's not what you expected from this game, is it? Yeah, I'm going to get one more. One more in the head. Yes! What the heck is that? It is Stormtrooper. You know Stormtrooper, don't you?
Oh, I lost my heart to a Starship Trooper once.
It's not Trantor, the last one. It's just a Stormtrooper. And it's released... What label is this? It's by Creation. I've never ever seen this in my life. It's a game you have never seen before, I would say. You have never seen the classic Stormtrooper. After drop-off by Vostol gunship, you must enter the war-torn mining complex in search of warped physicist Lawson. Your mission? To eliminate him at all costs. Yeah, it's a battle game. Let's just have a little look inside before we check out. Oh, it's very nice. It's very beautiful. A beautiful manual, yeah. And then we've got it's a warranty card and the discs. Let's check out Stormtrooper by Creation. I have to admit, going by the artwork, I was pretty excited for this one. Thinking it's going to be a new Turrican or something like that, but actually it's a pretty staid 2-level platformer. Why do they do this? 2-level platformers. So you have to go around like this laser. I've got to go around it, shoot the bad guys, jump them, collect something. I've got to take that back, turn the laser off. I mean, the animation for his legs is pretty... He's got nice legs. All right, mate, don't cry about it.
What's on the table?
More ridiculously rare games. Hell Raider by Ark. Hell Raider. Yeah, unusual, isn't it? Hell Raider. Look at the artwork on that. That's an unusual design. I've never seen this before. Again, there must have been such a rush of 16-bit releases that so many just went under the radar. You just never noticed them coming out. I mean, if you bought this game back in the day, wow, why would you have chosen it? I don't remember any reviews for it. I don't remember any adverts for it. I don't remember anything about it. But that makes it fascinating for me as a retro gamer now. What the heck is Hell Raider like to play? Welcome to the hangar for our spaceships. I know it's very slow, jerky, but the ship's coming out. It's coming out to play. And here we go, out of our space base. And look, it's a multi-directional shooter. It's a bit like Asteroids. It's got lots of old school coin-op style sound effects, which I love. The way the graphics are textured, it actually reminds me of that classic Jarrell Spectrum game, Critical Mass. That's not just me, is it? I mean, I'm always going to love a shooter. Now I just need to see some bigger bosses. Yeah, there we go. Let's get... Oh, no, he's too scary. Keep going. Hit the volcano. Oh. They call him Steigar. Steigar! Yeah, Steigar. It's a bit like Stallone meets Schwarzenegger, isn't it? Steigar. And it looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like... That looks like Commando, the movie, versus Rambo, all merged into one. Screen 7, that is Hewson. Hewson went bust. Hewson, the classic company behind classics like Exelon, Nebulous, you know, all those brilliant games on the Hewson label. Paradroid, Iridium, they went bust, but they relaunched, Andrew Hewson relaunched the company as Screen 7. The biggest hit was Jaws. Somehow they managed to get the license to Jaws. They released a Jaws game, but this is really, we're back in land of obscure. Who the heck has ever played Steigar? It looks a lot of fun though. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let's open it up and have a look. We've got 2 discs and a couple of red manuals. Yeah, in English, German, Italian, French and Swedish. So let's see if Steigar really is as fun as the imagery conveys. Well, this isn't really what I was hoping for. It is a sideways shooter. Looks a bit like Choplifter, but it hasn't got any of the fun rescuing stuff. Multiple levels, which all look pretty dreary. Where's that Commando guy? I want to be Rambo. Okay, extra weapon. Let's take out these weird-looking tanks without any turrets. Oh, I didn't even manage that. Even the arcade classics Scramble or Defender had more variety and more purpose than this. It is pretty tedious, but the worst thing is that joystick thing in the middle. Once you imagine that is a penis, it's very hard to focus on anything else. Bear with me, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Yes, a bendy penis. Who remembers Gilbert? Green Gilbert? No, that's a bogey. Gilbert Escape from Drill. Now, Gilbert, it was on Saturday morning TV, something to do with Andy Crane, I think. It was like a big jelly wobbly monster alien thing, a rubber puppet, and he's on the TV. Well, he got his own game. You know, they give their games to anyone back then, desperate for a license. Oh, that's okay. Gilbert Escape from Drill. Very rare game on 16-bit formats. We shall check it out in a minute, but I want to show you the contents. Very nice condition. Again, on that Enigma Variations label, obscure. Disc 1 and Disc 2. We've got the little plastic bag. We've got the instruction booklet, but we've got the poster. Yes, there's a poster. I know, you're getting excited. There we have it, a beautiful Gilbert poster. Quick, frame that and put it above the mantelpiece. Beautiful, what a lovely home you have. And what else did we get? We got a transfer. We got an iron-on transfer. It's the logo for the company, Again. I think that's the company that wrote the game. And there's the iron-on transfer instructions. But yeah, so you've got a poster and the iron-on transfer. Even though the box says it's made by Enigma Variations, it's also got two labels. It's got two labels. You've got that again. That's what the logo looks like on the transfer. Yeah, but what's it like to play, Jace? One word, incredible. Now, I kind of feel bad. I started slagging off a lot of retro games. I am the retro gamer. Why am I keep putting these games down? But this just seems weird. It's like Space Invaders. You shoot out the front of your head, walking around a castle, shooting things out, shooting Space Invaders out, or if they can't bother to do graphics, just dots. And there's another version of me. It's weird. DuckTales for the Atari ST. What are you talking about, Jace? Yes, DuckTales is not just a game for the NES or the Game Gear. DuckTales came out for the Atari ST. I don't think I've ever seen it on the Amiga. This is a bit of a spin-off, different title, The Quest for Gold. So it's got a subtitle. And the game looks pretty adventure-y. I think it is still arcade adventure. But it's beautiful condition. Officially licensed by Disney, of course. It is Donald Duck. And I will open it up, just show you the contents. We've got the discs, two lovely grey DuckTales discs. We've got the manual, we've got a little warranty, and is there some sort of code sheet, some sort of elusive code sheet to try and stop piracy. DuckTales on the Atari, it's very unusual, but what's it like to play? Well, if you thought Gilbert was iffy, this is a frustrator-thon. Yes, I'm trying to jump on the platform. Why won't it jump on the platform? I've played thousands of platform games. Right, I've got this rope. You spin the rope. Maybe we can, oh, there's something going to come and get me now. Oh, jump. It just doesn't catch on the platform. It's ridiculous. What's he going to drop on me? Dropping an anvil and a rock. I'll try an angle. Oh, there, he just climbed up. Ridiculous. Why? Okay, try and climb up this one. No! Oh God, I hate this game! Other levels are just as annoying. I could have dragged this out and showed you loads of fails. Yeah, I'm on a tortoise. You can only duck for a limited amount of time, so you've got to keep ducking, be careful. Jump up, past the big cat. Now get ready to jump. Oh, for God's sake, there's no warning that bird was going to whack me. We've done it again, another ridiculously rare game, Time Runner. This is by Red Rat. You know, what a company. They really did pump out loads of games that nobody bought. They just didn't go, they refused to go bust. We refused to go bust. Let's keep making games. Someone's going to buy one of them. They didn't. They are some of the most obscure games in Retroland. Red Rat titles. Here we go. Time Runner. And look at that guy. He's a bit like a cartoon fizzy drink character. There we go. On the spine, and we've got a nice, it's a lovely clamp case, very nice packaging. Let's open it up. Oh, yeah, that's good. Now this, oh God, Are you a 16-bit programmer? This is what I mean, they wouldn't give up. Red Rat Software are looking for finished games and programmers who can work from our storyboards. If you feel like you can produce work of the highest standards, then contact Don Rigby. Contact Don Rigby. Tell him I sent you. Yeah, Manchester label. Anyway, that's just on the back of the manual. It's the manual for the game. But there's more exciting inserts. Now let me show you this. This is a pair of shoes. And this is a balloon. Now you remember that guy on the front of the box? I'll just remind you. He's like a balloon. You can make your own. So you blow up this balloon. It's got a face on, and then you stick it in the holes of it, and then it's like he's got feet and he's walking about. What a strange thing. And there's also a competition, and it says, you know, fill in your name and address below stating where you found this balloon or entry form and post back to Blast Off HQ within 1 month of the above fly-off date. If this balloon has travelled furthest in this race, I guess well, it's not going to travel very far. There's no helium in there, is there? So I don't know if it means this balloon. Anyway, if this balloon has travelled, you're not going to believe this. I mean, they were skint. If this balloon has travelled the furthest in the Blast Off balloon race, thank you, Time Runner, you will win £10. £10! So you're launching balloons, spawning our countryside with dead balloons, and the winner gets £10. If someone finds that balloon and sends it off with that form, it's so bizarre. Nobody would have ever claimed any £10. It would never have worked. Zoom into the time gate and blast your way through meteorite strewn into space on a desperate search across unknown worlds. It sounds incredible. Is it incredible to play?
It's Pob above the fireplace. Isn't it funny to have a cameo from a different character in a game? Yeah, nobody cared. Okay. It's a hover game. We've got to try and get through this crazy haunted house full of weird sound effects. Oh, that's unexpected. Back down here. The scrolling is lumpy. I mean, I know we're only switching between rooms, but it is really uncomfortable. Lots of laughing and lots of... I mean, I'm being quite dismissive of this game, but if it was on a Spectrum, I'd be going, wow, it's amazing. I guess I just expect more from the Atari ST. Jump up. What happened? Back to the beginning of the room. It's pretty rubbish.
What the heck is this? More games you have never seen before. Put me money where... If you've seen this game before, then I'll send you £1. This is a Titus release. I do not believe this came to the UK. I just don't. I think this was only released in France, I think. It's called Classiques. Classiques, though it has got a little Union Jack on there. It is a compilation disc for 16-bit formats of classic coin-ops, but from Titus, famous for crazy cars, you know, Titus. And there we go, that's what it looks like. It's got a big moon on it, and then it's got the games, and we've got a version of Space Invaders, we've got a version of Pac-Man, and Breakout. Those are the 3 games. Isn't that unusual? It's unusual. I just can't get over some of the rare stuff that exists out there. No manual, just a disc. We've got that Titus logo there. What a weird thing.
Let's have a quick butchers, and you guessed it, this is Breakout. Classic bat and ball game. What about this? Invaders. So this is probably the pick of the 3. Interesting animation, quite fast. But I really like this. It is a pretty traditional Pac-Man clone, but with tiny graphics. And for some reason it's more endearing because the graphics are small.
Fallen Angel. This is another game on Screen 7, that Houston-related label. It's another, you know, rip-off of Arnie and Stallone. Pretty much, they took over all Muscle Men games back in the 16-bit era. Let's have a look what it looks like inside. I guess Final Fight is what they're aiming for. They want it to be like Final Fight. Here we've got the discs, 2 discs. We've got the manual and a little warranty card, a registration card. But is it going to be anywhere near as fun as Final Fight? Let's check it out.
Hey, this is more like it. It looks like a proper arcade game, doesn't it? I mean, sure, the scrolling's a bit lumpy, but we're going to get on the tube train. Oh, yes. There's a slight digitised look about the graphics, which I like. It's bit slow. It's a bit slow. Oh, yeah, kick him in the face. It is a street brawler in the guise of Final Fight. Check out that vandalised train seat. It's got a very nice jump. There's always a guy with a brolly. All these games, oh, you're in London. Yeah, there's a bowler-hatted guy with a brolly to whack you with.
Here it comes, it's number one.
What the heck is that? It's another game you've never seen before. It is Blaster. Blaster. Yeah, that's an AR. So it's not Blaster. No, don't you dare mix this up with Blaster. It's Blaster. Blaster by Core. Core, we talked about Core before. You know, famous for Chuck Rock. I only think Chuck Rock and then Core. But they've made loads of games. They did make loads of games before they went on to create Tomb Raider. And here we go. Lovely, lovely shooter. You're getting excited for it because I know I like you. I find shooters exciting. Here we go. We've got 3 beautiful discs. And you got it. It's only got a poster. It has got a poster with the instructions on the reverse. But look at that. You've never seen this game before, and now you're seeing the poster of it. Wow. I love this obscure stuff. It looks like it's an underwater spaceship to me on the front, but I don't think it is. Let's check out Blaster.
Here we go then, and as you might expect from an Amiga game, it's all about those tunes. No sound effects. Oh, that bugbear just keeps coming back to haunt us. I'm not a massive fan of these scrolling asteroid type shooters, especially when they're quite slow. But what about this? Look at the parallax, count the levels. Once again, playing to the theme tune. It takes ages for the aliens to come onto screen. Where are they? Come on then. Oof. I think it is amazing the difference some decent sound effects would have made to this game. The music's great, yeah, sure, but you don't feel connected to a game if you can't hear the explosions or the bullets hitting their targets. I mean, look at this. It looks like, you know, an advanced R-type style shooter, but it's very hollow with just the music.
Ooh, we got to the end of another show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying it. If you did, thank you for enduring it. Clever. Enduring. Such similar words. Such similar words. I do like to mix them about a bit. Enduring that. Thank you for watching. No, seriously. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for buying stuff from the site. Thank you for selling stuff to the site and keeping me alive, keeping this business going. Bright days ahead with the new site and everything. So I'm very excited. I'm buzzing. Until next week. Happy retrogaming, retrogamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
Oh, did I miss the bit with the bendy penis?